Your doctor probably didn't tell you this. If you're dealing with low energy, stubborn weight, restless sleep, or mood swings, it's not just part of getting older, it's your hormones asking for help. When I was in my late 30s, I went in for my annual checkup. My biggest complaint, I was tired all the time. You know what my doc said? Well, you're almost 40. I refused to let that be the answer because I knew it wasn't the real answer. It was just common thinking. So I started digging into how hormones really work. And you know what else I learned? Intense PMS symptoms are also not normal. Some discomfort, sure, but not the dark mood, the physical pain, and the emotional mess that we've all been told to expect and normalize. I think back to the days I used to hide in my room, feeling like I couldn't handle life or anyone in it, or all those Midol I popped just to survive the day. Once I started digging, I was able to make simple food and movement changes to support my hormones, and everything shifted. I don't get those heavy, dark mood swings anymore. I even asked my husband if he noticed, and he laughed. Oh yeah, life has been so much better. One of my clients said the same. The cramping, the fatigue, the cravings, they're either gone or they're so much lighter now, I almost forget about being hormonal. And it's not because of a magic pill. It's because I started working with my hormones instead of ignoring them. Our sex hormones, estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone aren't just about being hormonal or something to survive until they pass. They really control how much energy we have, how stable our moods are, how well we sleep, how easy it is to keep weight off and lose it, and even how motivated we feel. When they're supported, your body works with you and you get to feel so much better in it. But when they're not supported, everything feels harder. It's like you're living life running uphill carrying sandbags. So if you've been feeling less than, it's not your age, it's unsupported hormones. And that's something that you can change. So how do you do it? Well, it's simpler than you'd think. Whether you have a cycle or not, it's really just adjusting two things in your life. That's your carbohydrate intake and your movement. That's it. So let's break it down. If you still have a cycle, you want to support estrogen from day 1, the day that you bleed, until about 3/4 of your cycle. So if your cycle is 28 days, you want to support her through day 20. If you have a longer cycle, 31 days or more, you want to support estrogen through about day 23. And if you no longer have a cycle, support her 4 to 6 days per week, depending on how you feel. So if you're feeling anxious, you're restless, you're not sleeping well, you're easily amped up, you probably need more progesterone in your life, which we'll talk about in a bit. So how to support estrogen, your rock star hormone. You want to eat lower carb, so around 50 grams of net carbs per day. The easiest way to do this is to fast, so skip 1 or 2 meals per day, and cut out processed foods. Processed foods are going to blow through those 50 grams in just one sitting. Since you're going lower carb, you're going to be a little bit hungrier, so increase your healthy fats. Estrogen's going to love that because they are the precursor to her production. So nuts, seeds, avocados, coconut oil, and fatty fish like sardines. All right, let's talk about progesterone. She's your soft landing or your calm hormone. So think of her as your comfort-loving gal. She just wants comfort foods. She wants less intensity. She wants more downtime, maybe a little bit of pampering, maybe like a warm bath, a lot of snuggling, and overall slower days. So listen to her and you're going to reap the benefits. Here's some signs that progesterone is coming in. She's knocking at the door and she's letting you know, hey, it's time to hit the brakes. You're going to be more tired, even if you slept great last night. You're going to feel less social, maybe struggling with conversations that usually feel easy and flow. You're going to be hungrier. Think comfort foods, right? And you're going to be less coordinated. I have noticed this so much in my own life. The week before my period, I would walk into walls or doors that I'd missed plenty of times before. If I was mountain biking, my balance and coordination definitely dropped. I knew I was less capable at that time, so any risk taking was off the table. So if you have a cycle, you want to support her from day 21 to 28 or 23 to 31 if you have a longer cycle. If you no longer have a cycle, you want to support her 1 to 3 days per week, again, depending on how you feel. So if you're high energy, you're calm, you're sleeping well, 1 day is enough. But if you're restless, you're losing sleep, you're shedding hair, or you're feeling all amped up and anxious, you might need 3 days or even more. You're gonna have to play with it until you start feeling like yourself again. So how to support progesterone? You want to eat more carbs, about 150 grams of net carbs per day. And this isn't an excuse to go eat ice cream and cake all day. Just eat more healthy carbs that won't spike your insulin. You're gonna skip fasting, so eat 2 to 3 solid meals a day. And dial your workouts back to about 2/3 of your usual effort, or switch to restorative activities like yoga, mobility, or gentle hikes. Because here's the bottom line. Progesterone thrives when you slow down. If you keep pushing your workouts, life, stress, your stress hormone, cortisol, rises. And cortisol completely shuts progesterone down. That's why so many of us are irritable, restless, we can't handle anything that's coming our way, and sleepless. Progesterone has been blocked by stress. So stop settling for feeling off, or worse, feeling less than. You can feel vibrant, clear, and energized when you start giving your hormones what they need. Because when your hormones are supported, you're supported, and life gets a whole lot easier. If you want more, check out the shorts I've linked for quick daily tips. And if you're ready to go deeper, join the waitlist for my next hormone bootcamp. I will drop the link below. Here's to happy hormones, feeling amazing in your body, and loving your life.